What adjustments do you think we could see from the Heat going into Game 4 to try to tie this thing up?
I think the easier thing is to play better, play harder. I I think that is kind of basic, but look at where they lost this game. They got their asses kicked in the paint and on the glass. They basically just had game plan mistakes, the kind of game plan mistakes Michael Malone was talking about after game two for his team, but only with Michael Malone's defense, it's why are we allowing these threes? Why are we miscommunicating on the perimeter? Why are we fouling jump shoots? For the Miami Heat, it's Jamal Murray has the ball. Like, why are we letting him get step up threes? And that's your best player, by the way, Jimmy Butler. When Jimmy Butler was attentive defensively in game two, it took Jamal Murray out of his comfort zones, right? That wasn't really the case most of game three. And then offensively, I mean, that's where Miami struggled. Like Miami couldn't put the ball in the basket. And the jump shots is one thing, but they made the same percentage, same volume of shots inside the paint in game three that they made outside the paint. So
Mm-hmm.
that's not great. It's like, yeah, you can shoot a little bit better, but you gotta make layups. You gotta make those shots in the floater zone. And once again, that's your best players. That's Jimmy Butler and that's Bam Adebayo. You can't have those dudes missing 20 out of 30 shots in the paint. Like that, they're the only ones getting to the paint on that team. If those guys underperform there, you're going to get clobbered. And then finally, if you look at Erik Spoelstra, the zone works. The
Mm-hmm.
zone works. He might have to go to it a little bit more often. You don't want to get the Nuggets comfortable. Like he didn't zone at all in the first quarter, but like the zone is something that works. What they can't do is they can't have guys like Christian Brown running around and getting lost because you're just losing track of him. But what you need to do is you need to get the ball out of Jamal Murray's hands. Jokic, you can single cover him. I don't think you can let Jamal Murray like dance and get comfortable, especially if Jimmy's not going to play at the level of consistency that's going to be required to take Jamal Murray out in single coverage. And then finally, dude, these Cody's elements is crazy. Like if
He's
you're gonna
going.
start
They
Kevin
got
Love,
to
He was
stop.
the only
if
he
you're
They
was
gonna
the
start
only
Kevin
one
Love,
who
you
was a
can you can
positive
have
plus
Kevin Love come
minus.
off the bench too. No,
He's. I think Hollinger. I think Hollinger tweeted this. He asked, "Is this like a fantasy league where Kevin Love is center ineligible? Like, what's going on here? Like, it's fine. You're gonna get cooked, but at least you don't have fucking Cody Zeller getting cooked. This is nuts.
He was a plus four, man. Cody Zeller, Heat
yeah. How
MVP.
many minutes, Jay?
I dare you to defend Cody Zeller. I dare you. Go ahead. Let's push the
There,
limits
there,
of
there,
you defending white players. Go for it.
there will be no Cody Zeller defense. There should never be a Cody Zeller
Especially not
defense.
when he's on the floor. There's no Cody Zeller defense. Like, good lord, man, they got to stop with this. They have to.
Yeah, he doesn't give them much at either end
I'd
of the
rather
court.
roll your seven out there. Like, at least he can do something offensively. If you're gonna put a
Udonis,
bad big man out there, you might as well not make it Zeller.
Udonis at least get a flagrant foul out of it.
Honest can maybe
Ruffle some feathers.
can maybe break someone's leg. Who knows? Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, they to me the
Also,
difference.
Bam was atrocious last night. Atrocious. Not even
He
just
was
shot
bad,
making. Every decision was bad.
and they did a great job of taking away the other guys,
Yeah.
right? And Bam, how he functions, he's not a great scorer 1-on-1. He's not the type of guy who likes to be in that situation or thrives in that situation. They made him try to be a scorer. They made Jimmy Butler try to be a scorer by taking away the open three-pointers. And I thought that was a huge difference is you make those guys go at you in a stagnant situation, and then you can load up and get help. I thought Jokic's hands were really impactful. Like
Yeah.
he had some steals. He was contesting at the rim. I thought he did a great job. For Miami, the difference between game 2 and 3, the biggest difference was Jamal Murray started getting going. And I thought that just started early. They let
Stop
him
going under screens on Jamal Murray. It drives me insane.
but they let him get easy ones early. And
Yeah.
Jamal Murray is the type of guy, if he sees the ball go through the basket a few times, he won't miss for a week or two.
Yeah,
That's
you
just
just
what
can't
he is.
can't let him get a rhythm.
You cannot allow Jamal Murray to get easy ones early, because once he gets hot, it's over. There's nothing you can do. He's shown time and time again that that's kind of his thing. Once he gets in a rhythm, he is one of the most unstoppable guards in basketball. You can keep him out of that rhythm sometimes. He doesn't always get to that place, but once he does, it's awful for you. And I thought the Heat just really allowed him some pretty easy ones early, and from there they were just in a bad spot.
Yeah, the tough thing about Jamal is everything we're going to say about defending him is going to be easier said than done. So you can trap him if he's going to run around your damn trap and find someone in the dunker spot anyway. Yeah, like that's going to be demoralizing. But that's the attention that you're going to have to put on. Like you have to put the ball into MPJ's hands more, KCP's hands more, Aaron Gordon's hands more outside of the paint. What you can't do is you can't have dudes like Christian Brown and Aaron Gordon running full speed transition and getting no resistance until they are pretty much at a dunk.
Yeah, and if you don't score the ball, you can't set up your defense. And that was that was the whole second half.
I say you got to take away Jamal Murray. It's really hard because he's in every action with Jokic.
You know what? I say it's easier done than said. How about that? No one ever says that. Everyone says always easier said than done. I think it's easier done than said.
And you know why, Christian Brown, why they were able to even find him against the Heat's active hands? Because Jamal Murray and Jokic are both good passers with a lot of size. And so it makes it easier for them to pass out of double teams than it is for a lot of point guards and centers. And Jokic, like, he's ridiculous. What are you supposed to do against that man? I don't know. There are game plans for other people.
What they did in game 2. That's the game plan.
Make him score 41. Sure.
Yeah, score every no, you defend everybody. You defend everybody else because there's nothing you can do. Like I know Spo tried to poo-poo the whole thing because he didn't want to give away, and he didn't want to disrespect. But that's 100% what Mike Brown said it. Steve Kerr said it on podcasts after. Like that's what you do. It's like try to take away everybody else. He's not going to score 120 points. I don't think.
Yeah.
Maybe
he has no holes. He has no holes.
Right, which is why you go after everybody else.
He is incredible at every single thing offensively. There is literally nothing he is less than incredible at.